And now I want to start reading.
I muted you. They're up to 1814.
Me first or you?
You can.
Welcome to the Blarney Blast. It's great to have you here this evening. I'm Jerry Farmer,
I'm Jonathan Sprofsky.
and we've been socially distant this whole day, looking forward to this, and we've constructed a barrier between the two of us so that we don't infect one another, and we are COVID friendly. So we're going to take off our mask right now, and then we're going to get down to business and talk about the Blarney Blast 2021. That's what year it is now, right?
2021 in a row.
Wow, amazing. 12 in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. It's really great to be here. You know, for years and years, we've done this live. We've had a big auction, and we've had a really, really fun time. And tonight, we're going to have a really fun time, too, because we know that you care and that it matters, doesn't it, Jonathan?
It does matter. We've had a lot of interesting things over the years. We've had impromptu bagpipes, harp music, golfing excursions, and now plexiglass at the Blarney Blast. It's a new one.
It's so cool.
It is. It does sound like a bad band name. I mean, was that the name of your band back in the 70s?
Plexiglass at the bottom, what? What did you say?
Blarney Blast.
At the Blarney Blast. Plexiglass at the Blarney Blast. I like it. It's very hip.
It is.
Uh-huh.
It might catch on.
Okay. It's one of the first times where I've actually been on a show where there's been a sneeze guard between me and my co-host, but I think it's actually quite friendly.
It definitely improves the situation.
I think so. So if you've never been to the Blarney Blast before, and I assume that you have, you know that the purpose of the Blarney Blast is to raise money for a Relay for Life and, of course, for cancer research. So it's good to have you here this evening. I was going to start off doing it tonight, trying to sell these split the deck card raffle that we do, but they've all been sold out. Everybody has bought all of the cards already.
That's amazing, Jerry. In fact, we have our deck of cards here ready for us later tonight, still sealed in the plastic envelope. And we're just waiting for later tonight when we will select the winning card and find out who wins that $1,300.
That'll be fantastic. And since they're still sealed, we won't catch anything from them, and we don't have to use any of those wipe things in order to clean each and every card. So it's good. So let's talk about a little bit the website that you're at. Of course, you can do everything in your power to bid on the silent auction items that you see right there. There's a lot of them, and I noticed there are a lot of really cool things on there. It's kudos to the people that have been collecting this for the last few months, and kudos to the people that donated it as well.
Absolutely, Jerry. There are a lot of great experiences. You know, we kicked off this auction last night with the closing of the dessert auction, which had some frantic bidding at the end there for where people were fighting to get their chance at a pound cake or Marionberry pies or European desserts. And that was just the beginning. The next round will close at 8 o'clock tonight when we have the live auction items close. And then at 9 o'clock tonight, all of the rest of the silent auction items will close as well.
Okay, so really it's time to get down and get busy bidding for the things that you want and helping us get money for a Relay for Life and for cancer research. A little side note that you might be interested in all of the time that the Blarney Blast has been in existence, which will be, as you pointed out, 12 years now, we got to the point where we're just about $60,000 shy of a cumulative total of $1 million. So we want to do everything in our power tonight to get closer to that goal. If you think that there's anything that you can feel, anything you can give from the bottom of your heart to help us get to that $60,000 goal, that would be really cool. I mean, just think about that for a minute. $1 million collected for cancer research from the Blarney Blast, from Connolly's crew, who has put this together for this whole time. And Connolly's crew has been at it for quite a while, hasn't it, John?
Since 2008, when we started the team here, and we rebranded after Jim Connolly passed away. He was always such a huge supporter of our team, and he loved to just invite people out to walk. And so he was a real instrumental force behind it, and that's really when we went from being a firm team to more of a family and friends team, and really made it Connolly's crew in his memory.
Mm-hmm. And thanks, of course, to your blushing bride, Shelley Sprosky, for putting so much of this on over the years, eh?
Oh, yes. She is definitely a force to be reckoned with and the force behind a lot of this. So she does great work in keeping us focused and making sure the show continues to go on. We have a lot of other great team members, too, though, and I'd like to thank all the team members to start. Chris and Chuck, our co-captains, Chris Meserve, Chuck Krzyzewski, Colleen Royce, Mary Hallett, Sean and Caitlin Randalls. Caitlin's actually Jim's daughter, and she's stayed in touch and served on the team. Lisa Olson, who's helping us out a little bit here tonight. My son Thomas Sprowski, Charlene Johansson, and Louis and Marie Esquivel. All great supporters of the team, great hard workers, and have just done an incredible job of trying to procure the items, as you said, and really make sure that this auction goes. So really fantastic working with them over the years, and I'm just excited to see us hit that $1 million mark and see where we go from here.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So Thomas, your son he can't be what? How old is he?
He's 12 now, actually. He just turned 12.
Just turned 12?
Yep, 6th grade, first year in middle school. It's been a new COVID experience.
That's wow. So are you doing hybrid learning now? Or are you doing all from home learning?
We're doing hybrid learning, which thank goodness hybrid learning started. It allowed my wife to actually get a lot of the auction items and stuff input over the past few days. So we really treasure those Wednesdays and Fridays when they're in school.
So in hybrid learning, do they learn about how to tune a Prius or something?
It's mostly, I think they start with Prius and then they work their way up to some of the larger vehicles for hybrids.
Yeah, because I know Chevy's got a good hybrid.
I think they're getting there. So.
Oh, that's really good. So, well, I got to say, 12 years old and already a philanthropist, you must be very proud.
Well, and that's the great part about Relay for Life, Jerry, is it truly is a family event. Right. In its typical form where we gather for 24 hours, you'll see many families just gathering around the track and supporting each other and their loved ones, including one other amazing young cancer survivor that we'll hear from later tonight.
Right.
So it's really a phenomenal event that really causes entire families and generations to be involved. Relay's been going on since 1985 in Tacoma, and that's really been the basis of what started Relay, but also it just continues on. The spirit of Relay continues. Even though funding was down a lot for the American Cancer Society over the past year with COVID, Relay remains strong and is really a driving force behind supporting cancer research.
Well, I know that more than 42,000 people in Washington State will hear the words "you have cancer" this year in 2021. So it's far from beaten. There's a lot of work left to do, and you can't do that kind of work unless you have the kind of contributions you need, can you?
That's right, and that's what we're here to do tonight. And that's any time during tonight, even if you are about to have to sign off for some reason, feel free to go back to the home page of that website and click that Fund Cancer Research button and make a little donation to help move us closer to the needle and make sure that fewer people in the future have to hear those words, "You've got cancer."
Well, thank you. Now, I noticed when I went to the website that there's a sign-on process where you put in your information and so on, and after that, you're able to get to these certain buttons to contribute and that sort of thing. I don't expect you to go through the whole thing, but I understand that that's possible to do. You can't just sign on right this moment and do it. You have to do a little bit of background information there.
That's correct. Yeah, we're encouraging everybody to register so that you can see all of the great auction items that are available and also make your donations. And you can do that right there on the website. The website link there is on the bottom of the screen, but it's just quite simply Connolly's-crew.org/bid. And you can get right there.
Right there to it. I noticed that it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I feel like we're on CNN here.
It is.
That's why I put on my Anderson Cooper glasses.
Ooh.
I think I look very Cooperish, don't you?
You look very
That's
Cooperish,
right.
definitely. I would definitely agree with that.
Mhm. So who would you like to be on CNN? Or no, probably not.
I'll take anything, but I really have more of a face for radio, so I keep hoping that someday you'll give me a gig there.
Yes, you can have one anytime.
Oh, thank you.
Radio is it's a challenge. So, but it's good. We'll have you there. I was thinking we could go for the whole Rachel Maddow thing. There's just one part of you, just those cheekbones right there, that make me think, yeah, Rachel.
I'll see what I can do to pull it off as we go through the evening tonight.
Say this plexiglass. Look, this is my hand on this side. Pretty cool, huh? Sorry. Oh, I bent. Oh my goodness. So anyhow, me and my hijinks. What can I say? I would like to take this opportunity, though. This is why I put on my Anderson Cooper glasses, to thank some of the people who have donated to the process here tonight. Our sponsors at the $5,000 level. Thank you to Willie and Marlene Jenkins for contributing and helping us out. $500 level, McDonald's of Tumwater, good people. Sharon Brown. Cabank, is that it? Did I get that right?
Sharon Brown
Cabanach, sorry about that. Winnie and Denny Royce, and then $300 level, Colleen and Wayne Royce, Charlie and Gretchen Gale, is that?
Yep, Charlie and Gretchen Gale.
Well, thank you very much for your contributions. And then at the $250 level, Lori Drummond, Michael Connolly and Neil Fishman, Todd and Geraldine Lindy, and in loving memory, Patricia Hallett, celebrating James Jimbo Hallett, survivor, and Carol Mouse as well. So
yeah, excellent group of people, and we really thank you all for the sponsorship. As you can imagine, it's very different getting sponsors for a virtual event. So we really appreciate all of you that took the time to donate in advance and make sure that this event is a success. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
It's really good. And about this time of the evening, we would be going into the live auction. You would have spent some time going through the silent auction. You would have had some libations. You might have had a martini glass filled with potatoes, which I think is one of the most unusual and coolest things about the Blarney Blast is the martini potato martini. What do we call it?
The mashed potato martini bar, but it's a tongue twister for sure.
Yes, indeed. So maybe I shouldn't be on radio. And then we would also have a nice salad. And of course, the famous corned beef, the Blarney Blast corned beef, which is spiced with just a wee bit of old Blarney to it.
I think it gives you a silver tongue is what they say.
It does.
So that's what we're missing here tonight. Is the magical sandwiches to give us the gift of gab.
Exactly. That's what we need.
That's what we need.
Yes, it will definitely help polish your shillelagh. And is that how you say that?
I think so.
Something like that. So I'd like to go over some of the live auction items because that's what we would be doing at this time. So know that you can bid right now on the live auction items. Auction items will close at 8 o'clock, so just keep those bids coming. You'll be able to find out what the next bid level is when you're on the website doing that. So you can't just bid something at random, I assume, or maybe you can. I don't know.
You can bid at any time right now for any of the live or the silence. And just a helpful hint, I know sometimes we're just not quite quick enough on that button. So if you need some help, go ahead and click that middle button. There's a bid the next amount. And then there's a bid more button right in the middle.
Right.
You can select any number you want. It doesn't have to be the next item up. It can be all the way up to full value. You can also select what you want your maximum bid to be. So if you're not quite too quick on the draw, like maybe one Christmas Reserve,
right? No
problem. You can just click that button really quick.
That's right.
Put in the maximum amount you're willing to bid, and you'll stop getting outbid for things like delicious desserts.
Well, I like that. So there's in the silent auction, you can bid buy now.
You can buy now always, and that's always the best option.
Right. Oh, absolutely. If you don't want to miss it, yeah, then you don't have to compete with the hoi polloi and everything. You can just go get the thing that you want, and you're set to jet.
Yep. Buy now, get out. You're good.
But in the live auction, you can set your max bid. And just put that in right now, and it's programmed in. You're ready to go, like kind of like putting in a put or a let or a short stock market thing, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like the GameStop craze.
Yeah,
I think it's just like that.
Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. Well, we're going to bid this thing right to the sky.
I think we can do that tonight, and that's my hope.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me talk about some of our live auction items, shall I?
Sounds good. And I love the name of the donor for this first item here.
Me
for
too.
one.
I mean, when we're talking about branding, this is a great name for a guide service.
It makes me chuckle every time I see it.
That's right. Rip Some Lips Guide Service is a professional river guide service in Washington that provides fun and exciting river guided adventures. Whether you're an experienced fisherman or a fishing novice, they will show you tips, tricks, and techniques that will ensure a successful fishing trip. Guided fishing on the Cowlitz River, drift boat fishing on the Humptulips River, or back bouncing on the Chehalis River. They have the experience and equipment to guarantee your success. All fishing gear is supplied. A valid Washington State fishing license is required. This is a full day of fishing for two, 6 to 8 hours, and this is valid all the way through March 12, 2022. So it'll be post-COVID. Generously donated by Rip Some Lips Guide Service. Love that name. Market value is $450. Current bid is about $225, but I think you can get over that. If you want this, you really, really need to want this. This is a great item, ladies and gentlemen. River fishing trip for two, guided. So you're liable to get some fish for sure on this because they know what they're all about, don't they?
They know what they're all about, and with a name like Rip Some Lips Guide Service, they've got to be experienced anglers. So, yeah, current bid, like you said, is $225. Market value well over $450. Looking for a great day on the river. Go to the website and you can bid right now for that item and keep bidding. That is one of the items that will close early at 8 p.m. So make sure you get your bid in now.
Absolutely. And remember, this isn't just about what you get out of the deal. This is what you give out of the deal. So it's not necessarily about what the value of the item is. It's what the value of your desire is to give to the Blarney Blast and to fund cancer research.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What else do we have in the live auction there, Jerry?
Well, I have the live auction number 2, the Getaway to Paradise in Hawaii. You'll spend 6 nights and 7 days in paradise, which is not the paradise that's close, the one on the mountain. We're talking about the paradise that's in islands in the Pacific.
Yep, you have to take a plane to get to that paradise.
Yes, that's a much better paradise.
It is.
Man,
right now,
it's warm.
especially.
Yeah. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom condos located in Oahu, Hawaii at the Fairways and Ko'olina Resort. It includes access to the golf cart, which is great for visiting the golf course and the 4 beautiful man-made lagoons nearby. You get several restaurants and shops are just down the street, along with the Disney Aolani Resort. Condo is available June 1st through December 18th, 2021. Reservations must be made at least 1 month in advance of stay. Generously donated by Steve Watson. So there are a couple of restrictions on this one, Jonathan. Condos available June 1st through December 18th. 2021. Reservations must be made at least 1 month in advance of the stay. We got this valued at $2,200, and I think the current bid on this is $880, maybe.
Yep, and just hold that. Actually, we're actually getting some bids in right now. Looks like it just jumped up to $1,100.
Holy moly, that's great.
It's on its way up, and let's see where that ends up later tonight. But pretty exciting. Somebody's going to be enjoying the islands while we're all here in beautiful downtown Olympia.
Yes, that's nice. And, you know, this is the perfect time of year as we head towards the vernal equinox. I can hardly wait.
Absolutely.
I want to cast that perfect longitudinal shadow. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't too good at geography. I do know the north is that way right now and west is that way. So we're headed that way to get to this location.
That's exactly.
That's about all I know there.
Oh,
so.
you know. That way.
That way.
Okay.
Speaking of trips, though, we've got another trip planned that would actually be that way. Just
That's
a little
right.
bit south of us
It'd
here.
be south of us right here. So follow the sun and enjoy an entire week in Sun River. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath home sleeps 8. It's fully furnished and stocked. It has a stone fireplace, hot tub, garage, and deck. It's walking distance to the village and close to the new water park. You can visit Bend, the observatory, the nearby High Desert Museum, and Mount Bachelor. Come stay during the ski season, summer, or the perfect shoulder seasons of spring and fall. Shoulder seasons.
Shoulder seasons.
I like that.
I've got big shoulders. I think I might need to head down there.
I like a little shoulder every now and then. And brisket.
And that's really the great part about Sun River is no matter what your hobby is, you can find the right time to go. You could go during the winter or the spring or even the summer if you like a little bit more sun, and that's in its name. But Current bid right now was $875, and that's just taking a jump too up to $1,050. So
Wow, that's
nice to
incredible.
see. Some people are looking to go on vacation, it appears. So.
That's right. And this was generously donated by Chris Meserve and Chuck Chershevsky, which you've taught me how to pronounce over the years.
Yep, it's easy to remember how to pronounce his name. It's Dushevsky.
Dushevsky, I like
Chershevsky.
that. Chershevsky,
That's how I always remember.
That's
always
right.
an easy way. And Chuck loves that joke, so that joke was for you, Chuck. So.
Thanks, Chuck. I really appreciated that. It would be a great rap song with Chershevsky and Sprowski and a lot of skis.
Yeah, it would be.
That's right.
And I mean, we'd be remiss. The two of them generously donated this item. We really appreciate it. But we'd be remiss to not mention Chris's dad, Carl Meserve, is watching as well. So, hi, Carl. Thanks for tuning in and checking us all out. So, thanks for being here.
Yeah. What I have always loved about this event, and will love about it next year when we get together live again, is the wonderful warmth of all of the people involved in Connolly's crew. Really, really great people. It must be nice for you to be able to work with these people every day. I mean, Chuck is a hoot. I know that. So
yeah, and it was really, I felt like we were stealing his ability. Usually he's known for dressing up in that green or in the tuxedo and all green ties and everything, and making sure that he's selling all of the cards. And here, all of the cards were sold electronically without him, wandering around and talking to people. And I do agree. That's the one thing I truly miss about the event this year and last year, is just not seeing all of our friends, and really it's all of our family.
Sure.
Connolly's crew really is a huge family event. I know each year my kids, even my youngest kids, Alexander and John Paul, are just dying to come and help out. And really, when you're there, everybody's a friend. Everybody's a friend of the crew. And it's just nice because it really feels like the start of relay season at that point. Because you'll see all these people usually again in June or July when we walk around the track for 24 hours to benefit the American Cancer Society. And so truly, that is the part that we miss. But we are so thankful for all of you joining us online tonight and for taking the time to peruse the items and see how you can best support Connolly's crew and the American Cancer Society.
And I have to say, the way you have it set up here, the way all of your people have helped get the technology in order and all that stuff, it's not, I feel that warmth coming through. I mean, even through the plexiglass, I feel the warmth coming through. I don't want to get sentimental here or what, but it's really true, because some of the Zoom things are just so cold and wooden. And I don't feel like that's happening here. I feel like we have the energy of the Blarney Blast happening in whatever way it can happen over the online airwaves.
I agree. And it's been so exciting to get all of the text messages and emails leading up, and just everybody just being so excited to go forward with the Blarney Blast. It was really a question of whether or not we would still have it or whether or not we needed to continue it another year. And it's just been so great to see how supportive everything is. Although maybe the warmth is just, our landlord might have turned off the heat at the end of the weekends. But we really do appreciate all of your support. So thank you all so much.
Yes, again, thank you so much. Another live auction item. That was my quick segue there. Sail Away, a 7-day Holland America cruise for two. You can choose any cruise for two from Holland America to Alaska, throughout the Caribbean, to Mexico, or even to Canada or New England. I guess there's a cruise ship that goes up that way. This package for two has no expiration and can be used at any time, or can be used in the future at your leisure and convenience. Is that leisure or leisure?
I think it's leisure. I think it's leisure.
Leisure, okay. Yes. Sorry, was I doing something wrong?
No. So absolutely, that's absolutely right, and it's a trip for two for anyone, anywhere Holland America goes. No expiration date. It's pretty exciting. So
I like it. And it's valued at $4,500. Current bid, as of the time we printed this out, was $2,700. It may be up over that now. It's certainly worth a whole heck of a lot more than $2,700.
Yep, it's still at $2,700. I expect to see some movement there. I mean, what is greater than to purchase a trip that never expires? So
yeah,
anytime you're ready for that cruise, you just make a phone call, book it, and hop on Holland America. So pretty exciting trip. I think it'll definitely continue to get some movement on the bidding board there.
Bidding board. So get on there, start bidding. And our last, I guess this is our fifth live auction item. This is interesting. This is Russell Wilson autographed football jersey. This authentic NFL jersey is signed by none other than our Seahawks quarterback, Russell Wilson. You probably know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, even non-sports fans seem to know his name pretty well. So.
I mean, how could they not? The guy is absolutely famous. You get to own a piece of Seahawks history, size 40, tags included. So that's nice. In case you need to exchange it.
I don't know if you could exchange it and get a new signature, but no. But I think very exciting item. You know, he isn't known for a lot of his autographed items getting out there in the public. So it's a pretty neat piece of history there. Market value $650. Current bid still climbing up to $455 now. So
$455.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's donated by Michael and Gabriel Simpson, by the way, or is that Gabrielle?
It's Gabriel Simpson. Yep,
okay.
Great couple of children from back that now live back east. Their father was in the military, both, and Krista volunteered for our event many different times. Some of you might actually remember Krista. She was often selling cards and trying to battle Chuck to see who could sell out cards first in the split the deck proceeds. And so it's been a real shame to not have her nearby and have her be available to participate. But it was great to see her two younger children who are about the same age as my two youngest, 10 and 8, be able to go ahead and donate to our event as well and really be a part of the event still, even though they're now on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's one positive thing about doing this online is we get to reach out. I know we were talking to somebody from Texas earlier, and amazingly, he sounded just like he was in the other room. It was just absolutely amazing.
He was, yeah. Brian Sherwood, thank you so much for helping us get some of the technology set up. Always a great volunteer for American Cancer Society, and great to have him on our team to help us walk us through the high-tech process that is this broadcast. So.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I hope you got heat and power. So it's good to have you here. So I just wanted to say a couple of sponsors that we didn't mention, of course, were Connolly, Tacken, and Meserve.
Right.
And we have Finian Road, of course, and Stillwater Custom Design. So thanks to them again for being our sponsors.
Absolutely.
As well.
3 great sponsors that have stood with us throughout every year, and we're really supportive of us moving to this new format. Obviously, just want to really thank our firm, Connolly, Tacken, and Meserve, for allowing us the use of the space and just being so supportive of giving us time to really pursue this passion and really honor and remember Jim Connolly.
Yes, it amazes me when I read the statistics about the American Cancer Society. As we said before, the more than 42,000 people that will probably hear those words this year, you have cancer. 18 cancer research grants totaling $7.9 million are currently active in Washington State at Fred Hutch, UW, and Seattle Children's. The number one non-governmental funder of cancer research in the world is the American Cancer Society Relay for Life.
That is the American Cancer Society. They do a really amazing job. And most people, when you think of donating, you always want your donations to stay local. That's something that always people are passionate about. And that's what really is amazing here is when you donate to the local Relay for Life here, we're returning $7.9 million to active grants here that are being serviced in Western Washington. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's so many other great programs that the American Cancer Society has. And so just really amazing to see how much money stays local from the fundraising to really do better, to learn more, to put the real work of the American Cancer Society in action. And so it really is inspiring to see the great work done at the Hutch as well as at UW and Seattle Children's.
Sure. I mean, and you think about what a tremendous undertaking this has been. I know Relay for Life began in '85 in Tacoma with one person running the track for 24 hours, and since that time has raised $6 billion. And that's amazing. You think about it. I mean, we get used to those figures when we hear about the government or Amazon or something like that. But we talk about private people out there raising money for something like cancer and raising that kind of money for research. It's absolutely phenomenal.
It really is phenomenal. And that's what's great about Relay is it allows everybody to be a part of that success and really be a part of growing that number and improving the fight against cancer.
Sure.
And as we'll talk about later tonight when we get to the fund to need items, we really have the opportunity. When you break it down, smaller amounts or even just any amount can go a long way. I know you were going to talk a little bit about later about how just $1,055 can really fund a week of cancer research in a new grant. And
Sure.
you too can be a part of really changing the world and really eliminating this disease.
Sure, and you never know when that breakthrough is going to come, and where that tipping point is to make that breakthrough hit just the right amount of funding to happen. You know, there's been more than a 30% decline in cancer deaths since 1991, thanks in part to the RFL efforts on this, and it's amazing, and no time to stop. The sad thing is during the COVID crisis, donations have fallen by about 80% in 2020. And a lot of 50% of new grant funding for cancer research is at risk because of that gap. So we really need to pick up the pace now that we've got COVID kind of under control.
That's absolutely right. You know, I once had the privilege of speaking to someone who served on the grant selection task force, and he said the hardest part was to really draw that cut line, you know, is to see what the next breakthrough was that wasn't going to be funded. And so our hope is always that all researchers are funded,
Sure.
so that they can really find an end to this disease. And that's what we're here for tonight to do, is really help make sure that one more grant gets funded, and hopefully we're just that much closer to solving this cancer disease.
So I think that this would be a time where we could maybe hear from our speaker. Do you think? Is this a good time for that?
I think that would be a good time. Just a reminder, you know, bidding is open for all silent auction items, all live auction items. You've got about right about a half hour left until the live auction items that we just covered close. But yeah, I think this would be a great time to hear from our special speaker tonight, a really phenomenal young man. And with that, my wife Shelley, would you like to pop in?
Would you
pop
introduce him?
Pop in?
That's right.
You can share my side of the plexiglass
Get
if you
over
like.
here. There you go.
So
Look at
just
that.
don't you know stay on this side.
I'm not gonna go above it.
That's how it gets bumped.
That's right. Sorry.
Hi guys. I just first wanted to say hi to my kids because they've been texting me that they're watching and Grandma, who is getting help getting online from them. And so I appreciate that because Grandma's a good bidder. But I just wanted to let you know how awesome our speaker is tonight. We had the privilege of meeting Peyton before he moved to Rainier. And he is the most soft-spoken, kind, hardworking kid you've ever met. And I just want you to know, not many people say no to me. And I told him that, and he just kind of laughed. And I said, you're going to speak in front of a group. And I finally got him to commit to speaking in front of 200 people. And then COVID hit. So I am hopeful that we will get him up on a stage at a future Relay for Life event, just because his story is powerful. This is his first time ever speaking and sharing his story publicly. And so I just wanted to give you that little preface before we started. But I know you're just going to love him and welcome him. And I think that it's a great way for us to really feature and understand the incredible work that cancer research has done. So, hi, Peyton. I know you're watching.
And as Shelley goes to start the video, and so we can see Peyton, I just want to say, you know, one of the things, he has his own team at Relay for Life. Speaking of young fundraisers, Team Tough Guy, which I always think is just the coolest name and totally embodies who Peyton Schaefer is. So here's a little word from Team Tough Guy.
Can you believe it? A 2-year-old child with testicular cancer. Thank you for letting me share my story with you. I'm 11 years old and a 9-year cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 2 years old. It is a cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. It is a soft tissue cancer. I was a 2-year-old baby diagnosed with testicular cancer. It all started when my parents noticed that one testicle was getting larger. They took me to the doctor. The doctor diagnosed it as a hydrocele. It continued to grow, and back I went to the doctor. The doctor still said it was a hydrocele. As long as it didn't change color or hurt me, I was okay. A month later, we were camping at a campground called Schaefer State Park. My parents were putting on a pull-up for my nap, and I started to scream and cry so loud. My parents called the doctor immediately. My mom and dad took me to the doctor the next morning on my dad's birthday. After several tests, they sent me straight to the emergency room at Seattle Children's Hospital. The doctors told my parents it was not cancer. They were very relieved to hear that. Surgery was scheduled for the next morning to remove the tumor. After several hours of surgery, we received the worst news possible. I had cancer. Can you believe it? A 2-year-old child with testicular cancer. Next came several surgeries and 6 months of chemotherapy. Family and friends near and far sent me presents, cards, books, and get well messages. This is how I got the name Tough Guy. Our friends, the Bullocks, sent me packages to open after treatments if I was a tough guy. One gift they got me was a Superman book and cape. I put it on and bounced around in the 8x8 exam room saying, da 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 da, Superman! I would wear capes so often that my Uncle Sam's mom made this cool cape. I really was a tough guy. Seattle Children's would bring in several nurses to help because I was only 2 years old. But my parents would always tell them that I did not need them because I was a tough guy. I would help the doctors access my port, help inject the medicines, and even go through CT scans without being put to sleep. Everybody was impressed that I was only 2 years old. Although there were some good times, fighting my cancer was hard. I had some struggles like not wanting to walk long distances because my legs were tingly. I kept getting fevers, wasn't hungry, I didn't even want cookies. Sometimes I didn't sleep well, and I had to spend several days a week at the hospital. It was scary. While going through treatment, I got a necklace that is called the Beads of Courage, and each bead stands for something important. There are beads for different achievements such as surgeries, loss of hair, chemo treatments, CT x-rays, and helping the doctors. The most important one is the Purple Heart for beating cancer. Later, my family and I went on a Make-A-Wish trip to Disneyland. While I was there, I got to meet Mickey Mouse and color with him. It was a fun trip to end my journey with cancer. We also started a Relay for Life team called Team Tough Guy. While at the event, I like to walk the Survivor Lap to celebrate the people that survive cancer, those that are fighting, and those we have lost to cancer. Every year we are trying our best to put an end for cancer forever. What you are doing tonight is helping fuel the mission of the American Cancer Society, providing valuable funds to help kids like me who will be diagnosed with cancer in the future. I'm so grateful to the people who helped fund the research that saved my life 9 years ago. It's important that we keep research moving forward so that no one ever has to hear your child has cancer. Today I am 11 years old and I love to play baseball and basketball, and I'm pretty good at them both. I love card games, magic tricks, and at school I like math. I want to go to Gonzaga University for college. I want to become a professional baseball player when I grow up. Because of people like you who have funded cancer research before I was diagnosed, I get to play ball, fight with my brother, go camping, and be a kid. I hope that you'll be generous in supporting the American Cancer Society tonight. I'm an 11-year-old cancer survivor, and I want to tell you how much it means to me that you do what you do to fight cancer. You are making a difference, and we can't stop now. I would like to thank Seattle Children's doctors, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, friends, and my brother, Devin, for helping me defeat cancer. Without them, I would not be alive right now. I love you. Thank you.
Peyton, absolutely amazing. What a journey he had to go through. So this is why we're here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we have to stop and think of the kind of impact that our dollars can make, that our contributions can make to people like Peyton and other folks who've had to suffer through the ravages that cancer brings. So we're going to go through the fund to need portion, what we used to call the raise the paddle portion of the program. You know, there's no paddles to raise right now. There's no other people in the room with you, but imagine those people with you at the Blarney Blast, ready now to give from their heart for the things that are important. So we'd like to start at the $5,000 level first. I want you to contemplate doing that. If you can give at the $5,000 level, it would be absolutely amazing. I know that it's hard. It's been hard times, but I know that a lot of us are still in a position where $5,000 is a price that we would be happy to pay to help people out, to help people and help us cure this deadly disease. We'd also like to go.
Just a reminder too, in order to donate at that level too, just if you're out on the homepage of the website, just click that Fund a Cancer Need button, and if you need help finding where to go, and you can select that level right there.
Right there, and it should be right above the video. The fund, what was that?
Fund Cancer Research.
Fund Cancer Research. So if you found that, the next level we'd like to go to is the $2,500 level. $2,500 can do so much to help so many people in need. $2,500. If you feel you can give that this evening, that would be really nice. We would really appreciate it. Our next level is the $1,055 level. It's an odd amount, I know, but $1,000 and $1,055 funds a week of cancer research in a new grant.
Absolutely, and just if we can get just 52 people at that level, you'll have funded a whole additional grant for the American Cancer Society.
Wow, for an entire year.
For an entire year.
Wow. So if you can give $1,055, that would be great. You know, you were thinking when the evening started, well, I think I'll give it the $1,000 level. Well, this would be a nice notch up, $1,055, and make a real impact with what you do. So to those people who still want to give $1,000, that's our next level. $1,000 will go very, very far in helping fund cancer research. After that, we have the $750 level. $750, remember, you can just press that button right on your screen there to get into where you can contribute. And we have the buttons at the specific amounts as well, or do they?
Absolutely, they can select any of these levels. And if one of the levels doesn't quite work for you, you can always select multiple buttons. So select one and then select another one to add up to the total that you'd like.
Sure, that's good. That makes it easy, and makes it nice, and also you get to do math.
Yep, absolutely, which is just another great learning experience for all of us. And as Peyton said, his favorite subject. His
favorite subject. I heard him say that, math. I think that was really good. $500 is the next level. We asked you to contribute at $500. It's something that really is not much more than 100 lattes. So so think about that. If you were to have 2 lattes a day for a year, then that's what $500 would be. Sound about right?
I have no math major, but I think that might have been per week. I'm not sure. But
Could.
Either way, don't have that many lattes. It will make you sick. Way better use, donate to cancer research.
Good idea. $250 is our next level. We'd like you to contribute at $250. Certainly something that's achievable, even in these times. $250. If you could give that much, that would be really nice. Or as Jonathan pointed out earlier, $250 in conjunction with $500 would put you at $750. So in case you missed that level on the way in, you could do it that way. And our next level after that would be the $100 level. $100 level. I know when I'm at the Blarney Blast auction, I mean, we've always had really, really phenomenal contributors over the years. But I have to say that just about everybody, no matter how much they've contributed before, loves to be part of that process where they hold up their paddle at the $100 level. And I can just look out in the crowd and I can see just a sea of $100 cards coming up. And so take part in that now. Let's think of that virtually. Close your eyes. Imagine what it would like to be in that room at Indian Summer. You've had the mashed potato martini. You've had the corned beef. You've had a lot of fun bidding on some live auction items. And then you say to yourself, I really want to be part of that $100 wave that everybody holds up their $100 paddle. So Do that now. And then we have the one last level, the $50 level, and beyond that, the custom level. So any amount that you want to give is great. We would love to have you do it, and we'd love to have you give 50, 100, 250, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,055, $2,500, $5,000, or let's not put a limit on it. Anything you want, over $5,000 if you like, that would be absolutely fantastic. We would love to have you do that.
Absolutely, and we really appreciate the donations that are coming in already. I've seen, it looks like we're already getting quite a few. Thank you to Paul and Shirley Baden at the $500 level, Jamie Fields at the $250 level. Thank you, Colleen and Wayne Royce at the $1,055 fund a week level. So thank you so much for funding another week of cancer.
When he goes off screen like that, he's getting a little.
I'm grabbing my cheat sheet notes. And Pam Hartman-Beyer, thank you so much for your donation as well as Gail Slauson. We really appreciate you reaching out and donating to fund the fight against cancer. Thank you so much for your donations.
And thank you all so much. We can continue to do this. We're not going to shut this down. We would love to have you do it during our Fund a Need portion of this. And go ahead and reach over there.
Yeah,
I'll cover for you.
The stickies can't come fast enough. Tori Hernandez, thank you so much for reaching out and donating. It's really remarkable to just see that thermometer rise on that webpage. And we really appreciate all that you're doing, not just to help us reach our goal, but also really, truly be a part of that fight against cancer and funding those research grants that do such great work in the world.
Are you going to be, does anybody know if there's going to be a walk around the track this year?
It'll be a modified version.
There'll be a modified version. We're still waiting to see what all of the details are, but Connolly's Crew Facebook page, you can always go there and we will definitely keep you updated to make sure you know all of the ways that you can still be involved as we go forward throughout this crazy and hopefully once in a lifetime year.
Sure. I mean, we would love to see that. And I've been lucky enough to receive one of my vaccinations so far. And when I get my second one, I feel like I will be much more inclined to be able to do that and go out. And I think when is the walk around the track usually held? What
It's
time of
typically
year?
held the third or fourth week of June. And so
Okay.
that's typically when it's held. It might be modified, it might be bumped back a little bit. We'll just
Sure.
have to wait and see how the situation improves.
Sure.
Thank you to a couple of our other great longtime sponsors, Chris Lanise, donors, Chris Lanise and Chris Schauer. Thank you so much for your donations to help fund the fight against cancer as well.
That's great. So I hope you're having a good time at home. I know we're not like Scandal or some of those high-powered TV shows, but I think we got it going.
Well,
here,
we have
Don.
Anderson Cooper. I mean,
the what?
we have Anderson Cooper.
Anderson. Well,
Put your glasses back on.
let me
back in
ask
business,
those
so-
hard, penetrating questions.
Oh, I think on second thought, let's go ahead and
Okay.
keep on moving along. Here.
That's right. I got to say though, there's some chemistry. I expected not quite as much with the sneeze guard between us, but it's really been working pretty well.
It has, I just love visiting you in this way. It's hard to believe, Jerry. It actually has been 52 weeks and 2 days since we were in person together.
That's
So
right.
It's
In Rotary.
been really, but who was counting? I mean, just apparently just me.
Right. Well,
but,
yeah, I didn't know.
I know, but truly, it is great to be back together with you and spending this time together as we move forward in our quest to eliminate cancer.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and the philanthropy that I know has shown up in all of the things you do in your life with Rotary and everything else. It's pretty darn cool.
It is.
And it was kind of, when you were doing this, I kind of got a Spock Kirk thing going
Yeah.
there, and I was a little worried.
I'm not
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm not sure how we want to do that there. I'm not sure. So
I don't know. I kind of felt a little patty meld there.
all I know is that this plexiglass is going to have to be disinfected. So
It's a good thing.
I really appreciate you being here with us, Jerry. And truly, we've thanked a lot of people tonight, but I truly want to thank you as well, Jerry. You have been with us since the very beginning and just been a constant icon at the Blarney Blast each year. And so it's really great to have you. And I know you hate it when I thank you in public, especially here where it's recorded. So I just want to take a couple seconds just to make you feel awkward and say thank you so much for all that you've done for us over the years. Really with, we don't pay you. You've just have been a constant supporter and constant auctioneer for us. And we truly couldn't have done a lot of the great work that we've done without your talents and your time. So we really appreciate you. And so from all of Connolly's crew and the American Cancer Society. Thank you for all that you do in our community.
Thank you, Jonathan. You're an inspiration, and so is Shelley, of course. I am mostly retired from this auctioneering and emceeing stuff, and there are just a few people that I will still do what I do for because of the importance of their cause and also because of the importance of them as people. Got another couple.
We have
things
another
there?
couple donors. Carl Meserve just donated, as well as Amy Perlman just made a donation. So thank you both so much for that Fund to Cancer Need, as well as McDonald's of Tumwater just made a donation as well. So
Wow.
McDonald's of Tumwater, thank you so much. Split the Deck is coming up pretty soon here. You've got about 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes to make that final donation on those live items that we mentioned earlier today. So make sure you get those bids in. And even go to bid more if you'd like to make sure that you get those items that you're looking for. So that fishing trip, that getaway to paradise in Hawaii, the week in Sun River, the 7-day Holland America cruise, or the Russell Wilson autographed jersey. Make sure if you're bidding on those that you check back on your bids and get those final bids in. About 10 minutes left before those live items close.
That's right. And the silent auction items will close at 9 o'clock?
At 9 o'clock. So if you miss out on one of those, you can two things available. One, go over to the silent and just start bidding those up as well. Or you can always come back and make another donation to that Fund Cancer Research Cancer Research Fund to Need program. And thank you to Sarah Cordecray as well for your donation through that Fund Cancer Research portal.
You know, my good friend Lori Berryman, who owns McDonald's in Tumwater, I just like to point her out by name. She's a very shy, self-effacing, and philanthropic person herself who gets embarrassed by attention, much like you just gave me. So thanks to Lori for all of you do for our community.
Absolutely. And, the Heelan's also just from Blarney's just
nice
donated as well in honor of their son. And so just a real thank you to them. I know oftentimes people confuse our events and think, it's the Blarney Blast at Blarney's. And, don't get me wrong, I love Blarney's.
Sure.
But they are two different events, but the Heelans have always been constant supporters of our event as well. So thank you to the Heelan family. And thank you, Lori Drummond. Lori is always a stalwart supporter of our cause.
Sure.
And so I think she's there at just about every event that we have. And thank you, Lori, so much for your constant, unwavering support of just not only our team and the American Cancer Society, but the entire community.
Absolutely, Lori. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So we're getting down towards the end here of our live broadcast. And shall we do the cards now? Are we ready to do that? Or you want to postpone that for another couple of minutes, build some suspense?
I think we've made them wait long enough.
You think?
So let me try to unwrap these here. Plastic's a little tricky.
Sure, I know. But we know that they're sealed. They're
we got the plastic off there here.
Hermetically sealed.
Hermetically sealed. Well, it feels like it.
We had a hermit come in, a special. That would be me because I haven't seen anybody in a year.
So is it going to be hermetically unsealed then? If you're the one drawing the magical card,
maybe.
So all right. So brand new deck of cards here. You can see all the cards are in order. We'll be obviously shuffling these quite a few times to make sure they get mixed up and make sure that Jerry doesn't know.
That's right.
Which card he's hermetically unsealing.
You called me an icon earlier. Does that mean people need to click on me?
No, it maybe double click, but
you think so?
I'm not sure. All right, we're getting lots of shuffles in here. Make sure we get these mixed up nice.
You're a good shuffler. You should go to work at a casino or something. Look at that.
I always wanted to be a magician. That career kind of failed at about, I think, third grade when I couldn't remember what card I drew. So
yeah, you were a magician. Your dreams disappeared.
Oh, I was a magician. I got my lovely wife to marry me and be the star of Connolly's crew. So
and I've seen the two of you together. It's pure magic. Absolutely.
All right, we've got these pretty well shuffled. So usually, this is one of my favorite parts. Usually everybody has the cards draped around their neck and have them all stand up, and it's just that you can feel the excitement. And so I'm hoping that we still feel that same excitement. Sure. But I am so excited to see who wins tonight. So I've shuffled them. I'll shuffle them one more time, just for good measure.
We can play a little heads or tails.
We could. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't play so well. Might get banned. So feel free to reach in there and.
I'll reach on your side.
Oh, you're gonna reach on my side. All right. So. Grab a card anywhere.
Any card. Can you see it?
I can't see it. We'll make sure I can't see it. You got one? All right.
I got one.
All right. Well, I've got a list here too. So, I was really glad to see that all of the cards sold.
Okay.
So if you are doing this at home, I guess we
Doing
can
this
have you
at home?
all stand up.
Everybody stand
If
up.
you bought a card, you
Doing
can
this at home?
stand up.
That's right.
We won't see you
Okay.
sit. We don't even know if you're standing.
All right. So if you have a club, not a club that you're in, but a club that on your card, which I believe is Pentacles in tarot. If you have a club, sit down.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Clubs are out.
No clubs. Clubs
Oh,
are
a
out.
lot of great supporters getting eliminated right there. Some
Five.
teammates too.
Buy clubs.
Chuck Shershevsky, Chris Meserve,
Oh.
Kat Kiefer, Amy Perlman,
Hmm.
Maria Reyes.
Oh, no.
Some really good. Thank you so much for supporting, and we're so sorry that you've already been eliminated. Even Karen Woldall from all the way in Georgia,
No.
Alabama. I knew it was deeper south. Even Karen Woldall, all the way from Alabama, who supported us, already eliminated. So wow, that's a heartbreak right there.
So sad.
That is sad.
If you have any card other than a face card, sit down.
Ooh.
So won't be able to eliminate people as easily with your list on that one.
That's
Sorry about that.
a whole lot of great
So that'd be
supporters.
10
right
and
there.
under. I'm reserving aces. Aces are sometimes called a face card if your face looks like an ace. But other
Does
than
my
that,
face look like an ace?
it's kind of.
I'm thinking ace of spades, maybe.
That's right.
honestly.
You
I
could
don't
have
know.
been. Could
All
have
right,
been.
yeah. So aces are good or bad?
Aces are good.
Good still? Excellent. So still a lot of great supporters eliminated there from Dennis Bloom, recently retired Timothy Brana from the sheriff's office there.
All right.
Pam Hartman Beyer, a lot of great stalwart supporters. Sad to see them go.
Yeah, but thank you for contributing. It's wonderful, and it's not all sadness.
It isn't.
There's some joy.
There is some joy for those with the face cards or a face of an ace card.
If you are a one-eyed jack,
We're sorry, Maria.
goodbye. Sorry about that. Don't ever pick a one-eyed jack. Everybody knows that. I don't know what that means.
I thought they were wild, but
they are. Well,
not in this
there you
game.
go. Wild is not a good thing during this time. Okay, so no more eliminations. The winner is somebody that has a lot of heart. The King of Hearts.
Oh, wow.
That's right. The King of Hearts is the winner.
Oh, and there is truly a King of Hearts. He was one of the first cards purchased, and that is purchased by Mr. Charles Hallett IV. So Chuck Hallett, thank you so much for sponsoring for purchasing a card, making sure that you are truly the King of Hearts tonight. So
absolutely, and I don't think I've met very many people who have as big a heart as Chuck. So that is absolutely fantastic. So congratulations, Chuck! Way to go, man! You're the proud winner of how much?
$1,300.
$1,300. There's a lucky number for you. You are set. And of course, he's given so much over the years to all of these fine organizations. So thank you, Chuck. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And just a reminder, just under 3 minutes left for you to go check back in and make sure you bid on those live items. Silent auction's open for about another hour. So make sure you continue to bid early, bid often.
So let's do it one more time. Live auction items is your last thing. Go to the auction page. You got 3 minutes left. You got less than 3 minutes left. We got a river fishing trip for 2. We have a getaway to paradise in Hawaii. A week in Sun River. Sail away on a 7-day holiday American cruise for 2, or a Russell Wilson autographed football jersey. Those are your 5 items you can bid on. You have 2 minutes left, or whatever it says on your auction thing there. So get in there, bid now, hurry up, go, 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 as my granddaughter says. Go, 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 go. That's the only word she knows. So which is great.
Better than no. We want go.
That's right. We're moving ahead. Let's get on. So anyhow, it's been wonderful being here tonight and being a part of this. Thank you again, Jonathan. Thank you, Shelly, over there with the headphones. It's very nice. Thank you, person whose name I didn't get on the way in.
Lisa Olson.
Thank you, Lisa Olson. really, really appreciate it. The people manning the technology,
Making us
womaning the
succeed.
technology, making us succeed and make you look good and make me look passable. So that's very nice.
It's a full-time job by both of them, I think. But thank you truly for all of you that joined us tonight. Thank you for Peyton Schaefer for sharing your story.
Thanks,
you truly are a team tough guy. And I'm so excited to see you again when this is all over, and so proud of all you have done for the fight against cancer. So thank you, Peyton, for sharing your story. Thank you to all the attendees and the team members. We really couldn't have done this without you. So thank you for making another Blarney Blast a success.
Yes, it's worked out very well. I'm very pleased to have been a part of it once again. So thank you, Jonathan. Thank you all. I don't know where we are in terms of our 8 o'clock limit. Do we have a timekeeper?
Just under a minute.
Just under a minute.
Just under a minute. We're counting down.
Get that counted down. So thank you so much, and keep bidding on the silent auctions as well.
Like us on, anti-social media, whatever you like, just say to yourself, I really, really like the Blarney Blast. They can like Connolly's crew. They can do all that stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
That techno stuff.
And make sure to stay up to date with Connolly's crew on Facebook or any of the other platforms, just to make sure that you are up to date on all the information regarding this year's Relay for Life. We'll make sure that you know and can be involved in whichever way you can. So thank you again so much from the bottom of our hearts. We couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you so much. Bidding again, silent auction till 9. You can give to Funded Need all evening long, or tomorrow or the next day. Thank you.
And with that, have a great night. Thank you for making the latest Blarney Blast a success.